thanks for still staying back around this dinner time because there's a heavy pushback on the time. So I will try to make this concise. Okay. I'm Cynthia Wu. I'm a senior vice president at Matrix Sport. So we are a startup that has spun off from Bitmain this year, and it's my pleasure to have having the chance to be invited to Ho Chi Minh City for the first time, and also moderate today's panel. So today on panel 3, we're going to discuss about platform wars and privacy protection in blockchain industry. I think this when I first get this topic, I feel this is a very grand topic because it's basically a very general topic. There's a lot of platform in this market, and it could be exchanges, it could be public chain, it could be payment gateways. So why don't we start with the first round of questions? Can each of the panelists introduce yourself and the platform that you have been working on, and what kind of services and products you provide to the industry? Yes, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Robert. I'm from MoonRadius, and I work at the CTO. Our product is Central app to provide sharing about the blockchain for the end user who interest in blockchain and technology.
Okay, thank you. Next, Masumi.
Hello, I'm Masumi Hamahiro. My origin is Tokyo, Japan. I love Swiss so much. Currently, I'm living in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and then I'm working for Islamic finance industry. I have two matters of interest. First of all, how to scale blockchain. Second, how can we apply blockchain to Islamic finance industry? Thank you.
Hi, Sri, CEO and co-founder of Carrier Chain. We are a public platform blockchain with interoperability feature, which we are connecting other blockchains together. For example, we already connect to Ethereum, Neo, and Tron. And currently, we are pushing mass adoption for blockchain, especially in Vietnam and hopefully in the region. We're working with many major service providers in Vietnam in order to get many people to get on the blockchain space.
Thank you. Next one, Serena.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Serena from Lian Technology. And my co-founder has another schedule, so I'm very honored to be here and present her to attend this conference. Lian, as one of the earliest blockchain companies that operate formal verification technology in the blockchain security field, we're providing such as security consultation, security audit, threat intelligence, and security protection, etc. for customers. Lian had published several security products, including Wilson IDE development tool of smart contract, the VAS, and one-click security detection platform of smart contract based on formal verification, the Wilson Eagle Eye situation awareness platform for will, and the on-chain asset traceable system.
Okay. I guess privacy it has something to do with client's information, right? A lot of people was accusing the centralized platform for not being able to protect their client's information well, or they have a way to resell their client information in worst cases. I mean, there has been some recent leakage of client KYC information from Binance, which has been caused a lot of headlines, and also which happened just this week. During this week, that there's a Chinese project. It's a D app called Block City, which has used to be claimed itself as a trusted client information blockchain, but actually turned out to be selling the client information to third-party users. So which has been under investigation. So I would like to understand from the fellow panelists that who are your users typically on your platform, and how do they interact with your platform, and how do you protect the information you gather from them? Yes, Robert, please.
Thank you for the question. Our platform is an event platform. We operate according to GDPR, the Euro legislation. So our operate is do not collect the user personal information. We are collect the verified business data business from our partner to bring the exactly the information to the end user. So GDPR we have focused to two article is 17 and 25. Just sharing what they want, and we do not collect any personal information.
Okay, cool. Asmi? Maybe a little bit, or tailor this question a little bit to suit Masumi's background, because Masumi, you are executive advisor at MUFG Bank, right? So maybe you can share with us how bank usually do it, and how do you see blockchain could help the clients protect information protection in a better way.
We human beings would like to save cost always. We cannot stop this emotion. So let me share the current initiative in Islamic finance industry in Malaysia. So when they organize Islamic finance to comply Islamic law, they need to sometimes they need to organize a commodity transaction. When they organize commodity transaction, they need to handle commodity trading. So it means they need to pay a commodity agent fee. So let's say when you buy the commodity, you are not sure, you are not familiar with the counterparty credit. So that's why you need to involve third party, a trusted third party, namely a commodity exchange. But if we can introduce decentralized commodity exchange with atomic swap, so let's say when we pay, at the same time we can tokenize of the commodity, and then at the same time we can exchange commodity as well by using atomic swap. So by using atomic swap and decentralized commodity exchange, we can save cost. And then back to another agenda, how we can enhance the customer information protection. When we discuss about the information protection of client, so already Satoshi Nakamoto discussed this crucial discussion in white paper. Please see clause number 10. He mentioned two models. The first model, private privacy infrastructure. Next one is original privacy transaction. So in the current model, always they share the client information with counterparty and trusted party. So that's why if black hacker access the operation department, and then they may spread the client information to outside, it will cause big problem. But while Satoshi Nakamoto introduced, if they can introduce private key and public key, they can mitigate such a risk. This is my view. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe Tree can share your experience. I found from your website that your chain actually has a lot of user cases. For example, like smart city, which has regarded to do medical records, student profiles, job postings, and clients have full control of data. That's what I read on the website. So how can they achieve full control of their data through your platform?
So to get to the user control of the data, So we are currently working with one of the partner from Korea, MoonRadius. They're working on what we call the DID. Maybe it's called digital or decentralized ID. Which is they are using a hybrid solution between storing the hash of the ID on blockchain and using IPFS to store on the physical file of the ID of the user. So I cannot discuss in depth the detail of the implementation, but what we're doing is that when the user is not comfortable with having the data, the privacy data on the platform, they can easily withdraw on data. Yeah.
Okay, I see. How about Serena? How does Lian handle this part of the privacy protection for the client?
Okay. Our main clients are exchange like the host Bitmart, OK, and for B, and wallet, blockchain platform, the app, and project parties. We provide information and data security protection method for our clients.
Okay, cool. So you have a tool set which helps them to enhance the security, which has regard to privacy protection. Okay, how about I'll just shorten this panel so that we'll move to the last question. Do you see any particular challenge in the protection of the data, and how do you solve that with your technologies, or with outsource, or with extra help, or with the blockchain technologies?
Our database is not blockchain yet, but the information of user I'm using is stored on the cloud focused to privacy. So the big challenge is example is Bitcoin. It can be hacked with a few machines. So I think the blockchain technology is hacked some information with main chain and off chain. The main chain is solve the hash key to point the off chain. But I think in the future the off chain will completely remove to protect the information.
Thank you.
This is very crucial agenda, and then let's go back to 30 years ago. We are not sure which search engine will win. So now, same thing repeating in the blockchain, I think. So we are not sure public chain or private chain, which is better. And then on-chain solution or secondary layer solution, which is better. In addition, a secondary solution can handle customer protection or not. So I think in 3 years, we will find a better solution for our human being. Thank you.
So for the question, I will have an example of one of our clients that we are working with. They are an eye hospital in Vietnam. That they developed some very cool technology using the AI to make prediction on the like the disease on your eye just from looking at the image of the eyeball. So the problem they have is that they because AI or machine learning they rely on very big data that they need to share between many hospitals, many research centers. So, but when they share it go with the privacy data of the patient. So they cannot be shared. If they put it on public blockchain, there's no privacy for the patient. But if they have it in their own private chain, so it cannot gain trust from other institutions. So that's where the carrier chain technology coming in. That we have a bridge between their private chain and the public blockchain. So they store all the medical record they have in the private chain and only publish what they want to have transparency to share with other hospital.
Just a follow-up question. So if let's say I have my information, data on the private chain, and I only share it when it's needed on the public chain. So how do I withdraw that information when I don't want to post it out there after let's say it's being used by certain particular.
So for the for now for regulation in Vietnam, the medical record of the patient it actually belong to the hospital. Yeah. So not belong to the patient.
So once you share that, that will be property.
So you just cannot share the name, the profile photo, the name or the date of birth of the patient, but you can share the record.
Right. But how do you make sure that the hospital, let's say you want to authorize hospital A to use your information, but how can you make sure that it does not pass down to some other, or maybe like hospital A's partners, let's say hospital B? How is there any way to prevent that from happening?
I think they will just rely on the proof on the blockchain that they are not share the privacy data. They just share the record without your identifiable data.
Okay, thank you. Serena?
Okay, about this question, I think there are actually special challenges in protecting customers' information, mainly including the following aspect: the design of exchange internet security architecture, or the defense system, and the usage of advanced technologies in building security risk control awareness system for exchanges. Especially within the security of exchange that has to be fully detected by a security company like us, and over 17% of security bugs came from the bug of exchange platform, and exchange mail apps are also needed to be detected, avoiding that the users private key being stolen or the pushing attacked. Thank you.
So you're helping that with all sort of your solutions and code verifications. Okay, all right. With that, I will close today's panel. Thank you everyone for joining with us. Thank you.
Thank you.